have to pass. Right. That is why we requested that you be here. Pangalawa, I'm so grateful kasi uh, na-miss ko rin yung company of all the members of the CAL faculty, although these are only representatives. So thank you for being here, although I cannot see your faces. Yeah. So we really have to make use of Turnitin because this will really be useful in writing, research, in checking also the similarity report of all your papers, not just research papers, but also essays and all these things. No, eventually we will also be giving what we call this Turnitin coach for all students. No, but I think we will only limit it to students who are doing their undergraduate research. Okay, because they will be that coach, Turnitin coach, will really be useful for them. Kaya lang right now we are still navigating through how it can be used and how it can be uh, what you call this, how it can be given immediately to all the students, or at least to a limited number of students. Tapos, it's also in line with our intention of going international. Insofar as Turnitin report is actually a requirement for all papers whenever you feel like presenting papers abroad. This is something that is required. So mas maganda at least early, you already know how to use it. At the same time, it will also erase the bad impression regarding Turnitin, no? Because I heard some faculty mumbling negative things about Turnitin, even without understanding yet what Turnitin is and how it can actually be utilized. Okay, so I think I will end there, and we will immediately proceed because I wanted that this meeting will only be for an hour. So only those people will be given, only those who are able to attend will be given the account. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Rante. So now, part of our agenda is I'll be discussing the basic guidelines on how we can utilize Turnitin. So guys, just to set your expectations, since we are using a free Zoom account, unfortunately, this is limited for 40 minutes. So uh, if we will be disconnected, you just need to click on the link again. Okay, thank you. All right. So can you see the PowerPoint presentation, guys?
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you. So after this session, please expect an email coming from Turnitin or coming from us with your credentials. So it will include your email address as well as your Turnitin password, which you can use to access your Turnitin account. So what is Turnitin? So Turnitin is an internet-based plagiarism detection service, and it's actually a software in terms of comparing submitted papers to several databases. So this serves as one of the similarity checks that we are using in order for you to check your students' work if they are plagiarized or if uh, it has I mean, if they have gathered those data from other sources. All right. So, um, in order for us to process Turnitin, only students' papers are allowed to be processed. So if they will be requesting for you to treat their work by Turnitin, then they need to pay. So it's 200 pesos for undergraduate thesis, 1.5 for master thesis, 2.5 for dissertation, and if you're UMAC employees, there's gonna be 50% discount. And only university email accounts can be used. And you may also take note of their student ID just for documentation purposes. So I believe this is not too much for the students because most of them are like working in a group of 4 or 5. So it's like 50 pesos per student. And also, once they pay the required amount, you can run their paper 4 times in a year. And only URC can issue certification. So if it's going to be a requirement to be, I mean, to have this certificate part of their paper, you need to send us the receipt as well as the Turnitin results so we can double check and we can issue certification. You can just send us an email to research@umac.edu.ph. And since we are limiting the access to research coordinators, of course, there's going to be misuse of the Turnitin account. And what's going to happen is we will invalidate your access and your assignment as one of the research coordinators. So what are those misuse of accounts refers to? So number one, uploading of papers which are not made by UMAC students. So that's self-explanatory, and also intentional exclusion of Turnitin similarity check results in order to meet the 15% allowable threshold. So ma'am and sirs, it's we actually have this 15% threshold, and since you have access, you can actually exclude some of the sources. You have the power to do that. So if you are intentionally doing that just to have the student pass the Turnitin check, then we we have the mechanism to filter and to check those. Also, the research coordinator's UMAC email address will be used as your username to log in. I'm gonna show this to you guys after this. I'm gonna walk you through on how to do that. And activities and papers subjected to Turnitin similarity check using the account provided to the research coordinators are monitored by us. And if you have problems encountered regarding the usage of your Turnitin account, you should report it to us immediately. Thank you, guys. So the next part is I'm gonna walk you through. This is a live site, website on how you can do that. Okay. So once you type turnitin.com, it will give you this landing page. All you just need to do is to click on the login upper right section, the login link. So once you click on login, that's where you type in your username. So that's going to be your UMAC email address and your password. So this password is the password that will be coming from us. So you don't need to change it, and you don't need to change it. Okay, so once you log in, make sure that on this part, the upper right corner of the page, it should be defaulted to instructor. Should be instructor. And you just need to click on add class. So class name, this should be your college, so that's gonna be Cal, and the enrollment key is 1234. Subject areas, you can click on multiple. So just for the sake of training, I'm gonna choose these two. And student level, undergraduate, and for the class end date, you don't need to change the date, and you just need to click on submit. Click continue. So once you click on submit, you'll receive this congratulatory message, and you just need to locate your college, the one that you've just typed in. So in this case, it's Cal. So here it is. Just click on Cal. And this is the part where you will be entering the section or whatever batch or that you are handling. So just click on add assignment again, and assignment title, let's say section 1. That's the only part that you can change. So just leave everything at it is, and just click on submit. Okay. So once you enter, type in the section 1, that is where you will need to upload the papers of your students in that section 1. So it's up to you if it's going to be section 1 or whatever identifier that you want to choose or you want to create. So in this case, section 1, and for you to upload, you just need to click on view and click on submit file. And that's this is the part where you need to enter your student's name, or let's say group 1 or group 2, up to you. And then the title of the paper, and choose from this computer if they have submitted you their paper. You just need to locate it and upload it. So I'm gonna upload anything just for the sake of this training. And once uploaded, click on upload. And click on confirm. Okay. So once this is uploaded, just click on go to assignment inbox. There. So this is the paper of Juan de la Cruz with title testing only. This part you need to wait. It might take some time, like a minute or two or an hour, depends on the volume of the paper. This is the part where you will see the similarity percentage. So you just need to refresh it. Okay, so in this case, the paper that has been submitted by Juan de la Cruz has a 7% similarity index. So how would you evaluate and check if those similarities were like plagiarized? So just click on the percentage and it will show you a separate window. You just need to maximize it. Okay. So guys, let's focus on this part, on the right hand part of the page. So this is the 7%. Just click on it. So it will show you um, what's that 7% consist of. So you just need to click on it. So it will show you, let's say for example, all these in red, those were actually submitted to ejournals.ph. there. So for you as newly appointed register research coordinators, please take note of the following. You can only exclude if it has something to do with, hold on. If it's a well-known facts. So let's say the ones that has been captured by the similarity index is a well-known facts, you can exclude it. If it's also proper nouns, you can also exclude it. If it's a quoted statement, but it should be properly cited and referenced, you can exclude it. So how would you exclude it? So once you click on it, it will show you. You just need to click on the arrow. Let me repeat that. This part. Once you click on it, it will give you the option to exclude that source. So click on
Excuse me,
exclude
sir.
source.
We can see only the Philippine e-journal.
Okay,
You,
okay.
not the Turnitin.
Hold on. What about this, sir? Can you? Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
okay. So you need to click on this arrow for you to exclude it. Let's say it's a well-known fact, or it's already referenced or being cited or properly cited. You just need to click on it and click on exclude source. So click on all of these sources and exclude it. So there, it became 0. So once done, for your students to see the result, you can click on text only report at the bottom part of the page. Text only report, and this is, once you click on it, it will show you this page. Hold on. There, this page. There. And this is the document that you can send your students. Click on download. So simple as attaching it to an email, so they can check on it. And if there's a need for them to revise or to edit some of the portions of their paper, they can do so. Okay. So you don't need to worry. I'm going to send you the recording on how to utilize it after this webinar. The next topic, I'm going to call on Mr. Carl Gadding. For your questions, sirs and ma'ams, after this webinar, you can simply raise your hand and we can answer those questions, or you can type your questions in the chat box. Thank you.
Before we proceed with Sir Carl Gadi, I would like to clarify lang. You are not research coordinators, but I think we will just call you research faculty.
Research advisor, sir.
Research advisors,
Yes,
because we
sir.
only have one research coordinator. Si Sir Henry Magat po yata yung naka-assign sa inyo.
Yes, sir. For now, sir.
Yes po. So yun lang. I just want to clarify it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Back to you, Carl Gadding.
Please unmute yourself. Unmute.
Yun pala. Ayun po. So good afternoon po. Thank you po for being present today for this brief discussion po. So today po I will be talking about SPSS po. Actually, it is not related po with Turnitin. This is another software po that is available here at our office. So actually po, this is to encourage the faculty and the students to utilize this software, since this software is the most underutilized software that is available here at the office here at URC po. So first thing po is what is SPSS? So SPSS po is stands for Statistical Package for the Social Sciences, also known as IBM SPSS Statistics. Basically, it is a software package used for analysis of statistical data. The SPSS po here at the office is being utilized in processing, manipulating, modifying, and analyzing statistical data gathered from quantitative researches and quantitative research papers. The types of data analyzed using SPSS is widely varied. Common sources include survey results. So this is mostly and generally gathered from quantitative studies. Organization customer databases, Google Analytics, science research results, and server log files. So there are a handful of statistical methods that can be leveraged in SPSS. So including na po dun yung descriptive statistics, the basics like cross tabulation, descriptive ratio statistics, ANOVA, mean, correlation, linear regression, cluster analysis, and factor analysis po, to name a few. So as I've said earlier po, this software po is underutilized by the UMAC research community, though there is a growing interest from faculty members and students to utilize for them to utilize this software. So ever since the pandemic started po, most researchers turned to the digital way of gathering data. One form of that is the Google Forms. So I'll show you po on how to generate the Google Sheet or the Microsoft Excel from the Google Forms po. So first po, in the Google Form tab, click the Responses tab encircled here. And after that, click the green icon on the right corner to view the responses in the sheet. This will be another tab will pop up po. It will look like this. Kindly click File, Download, and download the Google Sheet into a Microsoft Excel format. So po in what do you call this? In transposing the data gathered from the quantitative research, kindly recode the data into a numeric one. Kindly generate a numeric representation of the data. So for example po, in your demographic profile, sa age na part po, there is 18 to 22, 23 to 27, 28 to 32, and 33 to 37. Here po, you can you can recode po 18 to 22 into number 1, 23 to 27 into number 2, 28 to 32 into number 3, 33 to 37 into number 4. You can do those po into to gender, monthly income, and educational background. So I'll share another screen po so we can view what the transposed data into the Excel format po. Stop share. So the data into the Excel format will most likely look like this. So make sure that the first row will indicate the data gathered from the first respondent. So as we can look here, the age has been recoded into the numeric, its numeric representation, which is 1. The gender, its numeric representation, 1. Monthly income, the same. Educational background, the same. And the latter part of the survey questionnaire. So if we could look here, you could see the numeric representation of each of the item. So number 1, 18 to 22 is recoded into number 1, 22 to 27